Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video, I'm going to show you all how you can easily defeat the 7-star Meganium raid solo in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Hopefully I pronounced the Pokemon's name correctly. It's a bit tricky to me. For this raid, you're going to need a level 100 Skeledirge with a Ghost Tera type and holding the Shell Bell. Trust me, you're going to need the Shell Bell for this raid. The next thing you want to do is make sure your Skeledirge has the ability Unaware. This is going to cost you an ability patch. On top of that, make sure your EV spread is max special attack, max defense, and then put the rest into HP. I know there's other builds out there that recommend a max special attack and max HP. I've tried that out. I had little luck with it, so I went the defense route because Meganium will get a +6 attack throughout the raid, and honestly, maxing out defense was the better call for me. And overall, this Skeledirge build I'm showing you, I've had the most success with. I have yet to be defeated by Meganium, if that makes any sense. I have yet to get KO'd or have the energy released because of the timer running out. But I will admit, with this raid, there are going to be times where you do fight till the end, but trust me, you should be able to easily defeat Meganium if you follow my build and steps. But back on topic for the moveset, make sure your Skeledirge knows Torch Song. This is going to be the main way to boost up Skeledirge's special attack. Sadly, only goes up by 1 stage per attack, so we are going to need this move at max PP because we're going to be using it a ton throughout the raid. The next move you want Skeledirge to know is Shadow Ball. This is going to be our main stab move. Plus, on top of that, it does have a chance of lowering Meganium's special defense stat, which is great. For the third move, make sure Skeledirge knows Hex. This move is going to come in handy when Meganium has a status condition. So if there is a status condition in play, instead of using Shadow Ball, you're going to use Hex. This is going to do way more damage to Meganium when compared to just Shadow Ball. But like I said, only use this move if Meganium has a status condition. And for the last move, make sure Skeledirge knows Protect. This is going to come in handy when Meganium nullifies our stats and ability. For that turn, we're going to be using Protect so we can avoid unnecessary damage. Then lastly, make sure to hyper train your Skeledirge in every single stat category besides attack, and then you're good to go. Your Skeledirge is ready to take on the 7-star Meganium. I'm pretty sure I've said this Pokemon's name in different variants throughout the video. I apologize, I'm just not perfect at pronouncing Pokemon names. Once you have your Skeledirge build, the next thing you want to do is make sure you actually have the Meganium raids in your game. For that, simply open up your main menu by pressing X, then connect to the internet by hitting your left bumper. Then from there, you're gonna go down and select Poke Portal. Then from there, you're gonna go down and select Mystery Gift. Then from there, you're gonna go down and select Check Poke Portal News. Once you have this black box appearing on your screen, the 7-star Meganium raid is in your game. Then from here, you're gonna head over to the raid. It's gonna be a Psychic Black Tera raid den. Click on it, click on Challenge Solo. But this is just so you can avoid hard resetting your Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. What we're gonna do from here is just make sure we get the perfect NPC pairing. And for this raid, all you're going to need is a Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt's gonna come in handy. His moves can actually paralyze Meganium, and when Meganium is paralyzed, we can use Hex. And on top of that, with Meganium being paralyzed, you can avoid certain moves because of the paralyzation, which is very beneficial for our end. But all you're gonna do is just look at the Pokemon being thrown out. If you don't get a Belly Bolt, all you're gonna do is just wait until Meganium finishes all the beginning moves. Then you're just gonna run away, and then you go right back at it, challenge alone, and you're gonna keep doing this until you get a Belly Bolt. Once you get that Belly Bolt in play, you can continue the raid. Then from here, it's a very interesting strat if you want to consider it a strat. In my opinion, this raid is just very RNG heavy. But for the 5 first moves, these are set in stone, so please follow these very carefully. For your first 3 turns, just use Torch Song so we can actually build up our Tera Orb. Then for your 4th turn, we're going to Terrestrialize and either use Shadow Ball or Hex depending on Meganium's status condition. Usually after that move, Meganium's going to put up a shield and nullify the stats and abilities on our side. And I say usually because there are some instances where the raid allows you to put in 1 extra hit, but that happens on a rare occurrence. But majority of the time, after that Shadow Ball, Meganium's going to put up that shield and nullify the stats and abilities on our side. Once that happens, this is where we're going to use Protect. Now, after you use Protect, this is all fair game because it's gonna vary. It's very RNG based from here on out. But basically, we're gonna play a fun game of trying to get off as many torch songs as possible until our health gets into a very uncomfortable position. Once that happens, instead of doing a heal cheer, just use Shadow Ball or Hex, depending on Meganium's status condition. This is gonna help replenish some of our health because of our Shell Bell item. Plus, we are putting in some damage on the Meganium in the process. But once your health gets back into a comfortable position, you're just going to spam Torch Song as many times as possible again until your health gets into an uncomfortable position. Then from there, either use Shadow Ball or Hex, depending on Meganium's status condition. We're basically gonna keep doing this until we get a +6 special attack on our Skilderage. Once you have that +6 special attack for your Skilderage, from here I just recommend using Shadow Ball or Hex, depending on Meganium's status condition, to help get our health back up into a really comfortable position. Then from there, you're going to do an attack cheer. This is going to put a multiplier on top of our +6 special attack, so we're putting out even more damage. And once you do that cheer, you're just going to spam Shadow Ball or Hex, depending on Meganium's status condition, till you KO the 7-star Meganium with the Mightiest Mark. And then there you go. You just defeated the 7-star Meganium raid in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Also, the really cool thing about this 7-star raid is that we actually can get each Herba Mystica as a reward. And these Herba Mysticas have a 3% chance of dropping. So to help increase your Herba Mystica chances, make sure to make a Psychic raid level 2 sandwich. For this, all you're going to need is 1 smoked fillet, 1 watercress, 1 red onion, 1 basil. Then move on to the next category. Then you're going to use 1 vinegar, 1 salt, and 1 pepper. This is gonna give you additional rewards for the Meganium raid once you defeat it, which means a higher chance of getting even more Herba Mysticas. But that concludes today's video. Hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on those post notifications, all that good stuff. And please comment down below if you found a way easier strat for this raid, because there has to be another build out there where it's less RNG based. Oh, and if you did miss out on the first wave of the 7-star Meganium raid, no worries. This raid will be returning Thursday, April 11th, 2024 at 5 p.m. PDT till Sunday, April 14th, 2024 at 4:59 p.m. PDT. With all that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.